Hi everyone, welcome. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is April. This is Plan with April. If this is a return trip for you, welcome back. I cut down this composition notebook and covered it, and I have a video of how I set up the tabs in my playlist. It'll be the video before this one, and then how I put in the sticky notes just randomly. So today's Friday. I'm filming a little bit early this week because it is a busy weekend for us, and I wanted to make sure and get something out for you. So I thought I would just do a flip through and talk about really what I have done in this week for the planner. So I've used washi tape, I've used my sticky notes. I don't remember where I got these, but they're an adorable little size. They were perfect to kind of fill in areas. Oh, you know what? And I did do that. Let me mark that off. The pen that I used most was the Energel Clina in the brown. And I noticed my Energel Clina, the threads are stripped, so I had to use a piece of washi tape to hold it together. Otherwise, it kept coming apart. So that is why there's a piece of washi tape around it. And then I did switch to my Pen and Gear black ink gel pen towards the end of the week, yesterday, in fact. So you guys saw me set up this spread for Monday, June 2nd. And then I just went in and filled in everything as the day went by. So you can see I did get some things done, not everything that I wanted to get done. I was also trying different pens because you can see the Energel bled through, ghosted and bled through. So I think if I do this setup again, I might just do pencil or ballpoint, not a gel pen, and not, because I think even the, sorry, I lost my train of thought. My Pilots, I think the Pilots, the G2s, they're a gel, so they're going to be juicier pens. I need a drier pen, and that's something that I don't normally write with, so it would be something that I would need to research. I used to love the Bic pens when I was younger, the clear barrel with the black or blue, even red lid cap. So I could go back to that. I love those. I also like the Papermate. For some reason, the Blue Barrel Papermate, the old school ones, I used to love writing with those. Yeah. I don't know if it would be the same writing experience today, but I might grab a pack of those and a pack of the Bic and just kind of play with it in this planner. I think they also make colored ink in the Bics, like a rainbow. So I got off topic, sorry. So for Monday, this is what the setup looked like. I have pickup, chores, plan, and then I have things underneath each one to mark off. I did a sticky note with some washi tape here, and then I did the weather up here. This was a Pen and Gear pen. It's a gel pen, and I was testing that one out. It really bled through. So this one is not a good option for the compositions if you're not gluing your pages together and you don't like bleed through. We'll see it in a minute. I think it was that one. Yeah, see how much that bled through? The other one ghosted, but that one bled through. Tuesday, I did something a little different. I did time down the side in half-an-hour increments, and then put in the different things that I wanted to do. I did skip 8 to 4:30 because those are my work hours, and that's a completely different planner. So I just put in their work and then, sectioned it off knowing that I would have, that block of time that's unusable. And then you can see I put other things in there, and then I did a checklist on this side and just filled in the remainder of the space with those sticky notes. And then Wednesday, I did like this hour time period, so I went ahead and did it again. And then because it takes less than like a half an hour to do things, right? I always think it takes so much time to do things. It doesn't. It takes me like 9 minutes to vacuum our house. But in my head, it takes 20, right? So I've got on here that I did some planning, and I also turned on the hose so it watered the garden at the same time while I was doing my makeup. Oh, and I had to do an Amazon thing. I took the chicken out of the freezer, and then I went to work. So you can see I kind of munched things. Bless you. I munched things kind of together, and then I put the weather here, and I added some stickers just to give it a little bit of flair. And really, I could have stopped my time at 2100 hours and put washi tape at the bottom too. Bless you. Put washi tape at the bottom too, but I didn't. I still could go back and do that if I wanted to, like take the darker. And this is where I'm at in my planning. I'll be really honest with you guys. I used to absolutely love decorating first and then putting in my plans. I have found that when I do that, I don't always go back and do my plans. Sometimes I just leave it. Whoa, are you okay?
No.
My gosh, that was 3. What's a sneezing? It's allergy time right now where we live. But yeah, I would decorate it and then I wouldn't necessarily go back and fill it in. And for me, right now in this era of life, I am struggling to find other creators that are doing their plans like pen to paper. It's a lot of what I'm finding is decorative planning, but they're not showing how to fill their plans in. So for the next little bit, I think what I'm going to do is play around with planning first, like putting all my plans on paper, and then going back and filling in the holes with ephemera and washi tape and markers and all the decorative things. Let me know down below what you think about that. And then on Thursday, which was yesterday, I did a brain dump area here. So just to quickly, I go back and forth on this channel. I know I have ADHD, guaranteed. But I go back and forth on content. Like, I want to be that creator that has this beautiful, neutral palette, gorgeous planner. But in the real world, I don't plan that way. Like, I am sporadic. I'm doing brain dumps on half a page. I'm marking in my time. I mess up. I would consider myself just a planner. Like, I don't know how to say it without sounding like I'm putting myself down, because I'm definitely not. I don't feel down about it. But I want to also, show off all of these really cool pre-printed planners. But then when I get into the planners, they don't bring me that much joy. They do and they don't. It's a love-hate, not hate, love-dislove relationship. Because in a planner that's already printed, I'm designated to that form. In a notebook that just has lines or boxes or dots, the sky's the limit and I can make it what I need it to be for that day. And I think that's what I'm struggling with the channel. So I put a brain dump in here and I said, I want the Plan with April channel, this one, to be composition notebooks again. Everybody seems to love the composition notebooks. I love the composition notebooks. And then the Frugal Planner channel, which is my other channel on YouTube, I want to go into spiral notebooks. And I think there's a really great balance between the two channels, because this one I use a lot of ephemera, a lot of washi tape, a lot of supplies that I have on hand. And then the Frugal Planner channel, I strictly use I don't want to say basic supplies, because it's not basics. It's just the most cost-effective way to plan your day without having to spend all the money on all the things. I guess that's what it is. Frugal planning. So that long story, that was my brain dump, as I was thinking about, what do I enjoy planning? And I'm not saying I'm not going to throw in a Happy Planner plan or an Erin Condren plan or, something along those lines in the mix, like a rings. Sure I will, but they'll be more for like my live events rather than my weekly published videos. So I'm giving you guys a lot of food for thought today. So here's my Thursday layout. I really like how this worked yesterday. I was able to put Thursday down. I used a box from one of the Happy Planner sticker books, chores, organize, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then order. Those were all stickers from the same book. I think two books I used. And then I just wrote down in here what I wanted to do. You can see right here. Life. Seriously, now is not the time to forget your plans. I don't know about you. But when I get overwhelmed with everything, I kind of leave my planner. I just don't get into it. And I know that's not good for me because being structured and being organized helps me get everything done and feel accomplished. So I don't know why when I feel like there's so much going on, I don't reach for my planner. Instead, I close it and I'm like, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Which is absolutely silly because those are the times I like really, really need it. And the only reason I'm overwhelmed right now is we have a lot going on this month, a lot going on this weekend. So it just feels like there's not enough hours in the day to get like everything done, which there is. It's just, it's in my head. It's completely. So this was Thursday. I did a lot of this and then we flip over and we'll start Friday. But you can see my pen and gear definitely bled through. Like it definitely did. So then flipping through the tabs, I have my home list. So check it off. I've got all of these things in here that I want to get done. There's a few checklists here. And all I did to make this was I used my mild liner and I used the chisel tip side. And I just went in here and I just did 2 lines in a row to make it look like a box. And that was it. Easy, easy peasy. So I've got that running, and then my thoughts, I have not included anything in my thoughts yet. And then reading, I did tell you guys I finished The Silent Patient, so I wrote a little bit about that. I haven't picked a new book yet. I need to do that. And then to-do lists that don't necessarily have to do with the house. Organize closet, donate clothes, glue pages on compositions, and cover new compositions. So at Walmart, they sell these, I'm going to put this aside, these little tiny composition notebooks. And I was thoroughly surprised that these are also threaded. They're sewn together. They're not glued. I definitely prefer that. So they come in a 3-pack and I've ordered, I think 2 packs. So I covered these and glued the pages together. I love how these turned out. They're so adorable. I don't know what I'm doing with them yet, but you know, I'll find a purpose for them. And then they also sell this size, which I was surprised. I have not seen this size before inside the store. So when I saw them online, I was like, oh wow. And it's got a perforated sheet, or all the sheets are perforated. Again, sewn in binding. So so far I've covered 4 of them. And I have 2 more packs to go, so 4 more to go. So I just took scrapbook paper, the 12 by 12, and covered them front and back. Are those not adorable? And I'm thinking I do have some more cut down. So this is one that I cut down and you can see the difference in size. Like there's a little bit of a difference, but I really think this size is going to be perfectly fine. And then I don't have to cut them down. I also had somebody request a video in the half letter size. So I've got those 2 that I'm going to be doing videos on. Again, composition notebooks are going to be this channel, and then spiral notebooks will be the frugal planner channel. But I wanted to show you guys, these are really cute and I had a lot of fun covering them up. Yeah, they went really fast. Also, I glued all the pages together, and I know there's a little bit of drama on the internet about gluing pages together, and I get that, but I don't like the bleed through. Like I don't want to be limited to the pens that I use in my composition notebooks. And honestly, I don't mind the crinkle of the paper when they're glued together. The glue that I normally use is the Scott's wrinkle-free glue stick. I get these in a 2-pack. I absolutely love them. They do a great job for me. I've never had a problem with them. So there's that. Try to think if there was anything else. Like here's the difference in size. Like I cut this one down from a full-size composition. This is the size that you can purchase at Walmart. And then this is, let me grab one. this is the normal off the rack size. So that's what I cut it down to. And then this is the other one that you can purchase and not have to cut it down. So all three sizes are great. I think they're great. But I think I am going to try to utilize this size more, the size that they sell in the store, as I'm going through so that I'm not cutting as much. And yeah. So anyway, I thought I would show you that. That's coming. If there's anything you do want to see on the channel, I'm always up for new video ideas. You guys know that. There's a layout that you've been struggling with, or a planner that you've been looking at that you're like, I want to try it before I buy it. We can make up a mock layout and, you know, see how that's going to work. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you later. Okay, bye. So cute.